Hi, and welcome to what I would probably usually say is a very long overdue update of Ammanford Junction, but this time is more so than probably ever before. I think it's been about 4 months since my last update, so it's been well overdue. A lot of things have been happening, mainly new purchases, two of which you can see are in the picture now. But mainly there's big changes going on the layout, which I did mention I was planning to do in the last update, and I've been trying to get round to doing those things, but time has been really limited, so progress has been slow, but there has been progress, so I didn't want to do a proper update until there was some sort of substantial process being done. So I'm going to show you them now, and we'll go ahead and I'll show you what I've got in the pipeline to do, and what's been going to be going forward of what I'm going to be doing. So I'll show you that now, but first I want to start with showing you the new addition to the layout. So the first thing I've got to show you is this EWS Class 66. It's 66209. It's a weathered version of Backman, and I picked it up from the Folkestone Model Railway exhibition last weekend for £69, and it's already DCC fitted, so absolute bargain. I'm not going to go into much detail on each logo because I want to make it nice and quick, because there's a lot of stuff I've got to get through. While I'm speaking now, you'll see some pictures come up about it. I haven't fitted the detailing pack as of yet, but that'll be done in due course, and that should be sorted soon. Next up is the DB Schenker Class 60. This is a repaint that was done professionally, which was commissioned by the previous owner, and I bought this for a fairly expensive price for a loco, but considering what these sort of repainted Class 60s go for on Olivia's trains, for example, over £200, I actually picked this one up for about £150, which is again quite cheap for the loco itself, which has been repainted. Is actually a repaint of 60026, which I've already got in EWS livery, which I showed you in previous updates. Yeah, that's just a little bit ironic, but you should be seeing some pictures now on your screen of what the loco looks like up in detail, up close, sorry, showing detail. This has all had the detail impact fitted beforehand, and came all like that. I haven't done anything to it, and I don't think I will be needing to do anything to it. Next up is this Freightliner Class 70. I didn't see myself buying these, as I thought these were quite an ugly loco, but being on the West Coast main line, I thought it was very necessary to buy one, and I saw one come up online for £85, and it had all been weathered, and that was including postage, and I thought, to be honest, these days they're going at brand new at £100 upwards, so I thought, oh, I might as well grab it at the chance I get. Thought it was quite nicely weathered by the previous owner, and I thought it had already had the detailing pack and the coupling hooks applied, which I was thinking about considering applying to some locos in the future anyway. So I thought I'll give it a try. It can't hurt. So yeah, that's another addition to the loco fleet. Some of you, if you follow on our own web, will have actually seen some of these already. So another addition you might have already seen is the Class 43 HST pair in Network Rail livery. This is a commission from Hornby, direct to their website only. It sent me back a few bob, but well worth it. Yeah, to add the detailing pack, there's a few minor things I've got to point out which are wrong with the actual loco itself, which other people would have noticed. The cameras on the front haven't got a black area to them where it would be some sort of lens or screen. They're just plain yellow, and there is no black horn grille. It's just yellow as well, which is a bit of a shame. But they're not too big of issues, and they'll look great with my rake of full Network Rail coaches. If you haven't seen already, I'll post a link in the description or in the video. There is a running session at Twickenham Model Railway Club, which I'm now a member of, with the Network Rail HST going around and that you can see the full rake together. Next up is these wagons you can see down behind the Class 70 here. These are just open wagons. The majority of them in the EWS livery are the MFA wagons, I believe. And there's one real track wagon in there, and I believe that is a PNA wagon. The EWS ones are weathered. I bought them online for, I think, about 30 quid posted. So a bit of a bargain there, all four together. And then the other one, I think I've shown you before. I've had it sort of since Christmas last year. So that's just been added to the rake, and I slowly build up this sort of engineering rake. Last thing also being bought at the Folkestone Model Rail Exhibition is this Class 395 Javelin in Southeastern high speed livery from Hornby. This was not a planned buy, but my brother particularly likes this train. It's his favourite engine, favourite set out on the rail now currently. So we've made a little bit of an exception on this one. We can always use a bit of modeller's license and say it's for, you know, testing purposes of these units maybe possibly being used on the West Coast Main Line sometime in the future to replace Voyagers on all electrified routes. I don't know. I know that first, when their bid for the West Coast franchise was successful originally, back a couple of years ago, before it was overturned, they were planning to replace Voyagers with electric locos on the all electric routes, I think from sort of Birmingham to Edinburgh and Glasgow. So don't quote me on that, but you know, maybe use a bit of a modeller's license to go with that. You should be seeing some pictures of this on your screen as well, a bit up closer, just to give you a bit of an idea of what it looks like as well. So as some of you will notice, the road has been painted. I've got it down to a colour I like, and that's been painted all the way up to, you can see right up to the back end up there. It's just covered in where I've moved the road vehicles for now. I'll show you this in a bit more detail when it's more in a finished stage. I've painted this using acrylic paints. I need to add some of this, which I bought recently, some of this acrylic varnish. I'm going to try the, it's a satin finish, so I'm going to try that to see what it sort of gives off. As I found some of the road vehicles are actually sticking slightly to the paint, although it's been dry for quite a few weeks now. It has been sticking a bit, so I'm going to try and resolve that by using that, and it might just help just give a nicer finish onto it as well. I'm not sure what I've mentioned in previous updates, so apologies if I'm going over the same thing, but I have got these I think they're from Evergreen strips, and they're going to be cut up and used as the curbstones. I've been concentrating a lot of my funds for the layout at the moment onto accessories for the road and the sort of town scene. This is another one. I'm not sure if this is in the last update, but I've got one of Hornby's memorials, which is going to go roughly about here on the corner of where the two roads meet. I've also adjusted the bus stops here, the bus stop shelters, so that if the camera focuses, that the seat is actually now the correct way, rather than a lean seat. It's actually a proper seat, and it's at a sort of a more suitable level, or scaled level. I've done that on both examples, so they're a little bit more realistic, and they'll go back in place once I've finished doing the pavement along there. What else have I done? I've also bought these off modelrailwayscenery.com, and I think they're absolutely brilliant. I've been looking for these for absolutely ages, and I was told of a way to make them. Although they wasn't going to be brilliant, it was going to be close. And if you see this is the I think it's the Great Western Region fencing pack from Ratio. This is a ramp for sorry, apologies. This is a platform ramp section, part of the ramps and gates pack, although there is a straight section pack as well. What I was going to do is buy something like this in the straight pack, and actually chop it down a little bit, chop the bottom bit down, so you would end up having a having these basically. But I've been looking for them everywhere. I've been asking people who makes them, who doesn't make them. Nobody seemed to make them, and then I saw someone else on YouTube actually show this, and I had a look on their website and thought they were absolutely perfect. And here they are. Basically, they're laser cut plastic, and you just pop them out and then put them straight into layout. And I think they're absolutely brilliant, and they'll look really, really good once I put them down onto the layout. I've got 2 packs of these to fill all the layout, because it's going to be quite a lot of places I'm going to need them. So that's the first set of things. I've also got myself some of these from Model Railway Scenery for my roadwork section. These will go from with my roadworks. They come like this. You've got to paint them up, and then they've got some of these sort of high vis bars to go along the top as well. So they'll be quite good to do. I'm gonna try and give them a shot as well, as they look really good to do. So I'll be doing them. A lot of other stuff I bought, sort of detailing wise. I've got my sort of detailing box here, if you like, well, tray. These I bought from Langley Models. They are just sort of telephone boxes, usually green, and they come 4 in a pack in two different styles. So yeah. So I've also got myself some of these drain covers from Langley Models. Lovely little model supplier for all your little bits of accessories and stuff. And yeah, I thought these were really good. A couple of £1, I think they were, and they'll do really good once I painted them up. Also, I've got to paint up is a selection of PH designs, very good, from Peter Harvey. And these are what I bought from him. These are the brass fencing, and it comes with a gate. It's got very fine, very, very fine. I don't know how much the camera will focus, but it's so fine. Really, really good stuff. And I bought several packs from him, so I bought that. I think that was pack 1. And I've also bought this pack as well, with bigger gates in them, shorter straight pieces. And I've also bought one other pack with ramps, which I think I'm going to use for the edge of the station parts. I believe there you go. So they're really good as well. So that's the sort of brass stuff which I've got. I've got some Halfords primer, which I'm going to do a whole selection of stuff I've got to do. And then I've got some of, so I've got this primer, and then I've got this aluminium spray paint, which will give it sort of a metal, sheet metal look, which is what I'm going for. I'll do those on the road signposts. I'll do them on the some of the drains, on the fencing, and then I think there's a few other things I've got to add with that sort of colour. So I'll be using maybe on a few lampposts as well, make it look like some of the lampposts are newer than the others. Things like that that'll come in useful. So I've got all that to do. The other thing I bought from eBay recently, which I was recommended to on our own web, is these. They are, well, they're not coming out real on the light. There you go. They are just transfers for road markings. They come in a big pack. I think they're about £10. As you can see, I've started to cut some out. Haven't done anything to this one yet. They come in sort of packs like this, and so you can give way and stop, and all the arrows and things like that, roundabout ones. Really good pack for a tenner. Here's some of the ones I've actually started to cut out and sort of gauge where I want to put them down. There's slow signs, etc. And there's also a couple of bus stops as well. I've worked out I need a couple more packs to actually finish what I'm doing. But these will eventually go down onto the layout once I've actually got round to getting to a point where I can actually put them down. And I think that's it for all the sort of detailing stuff I've bought recently. For the actual layout itself. I've also going to try out this Tidy Track track painter for the rail. It's in a steel rail colour. from Woodland Scenics, and it was recommended it by another YouTuber. He knows who he is. I commented saying, "Nice, and that's a nice way of doing it," and I thought I'll give it a try myself. Joe, you know I'll be talking about you. He has a very nice layout. You should check it out. I'll give you a link in the bio. His layout's coming on really nicely, and yeah, so I thought I'll give this a go. A few of the other things to do with rolling stock that I picked up recently, which you might not have seen, is this Hornby Mark IIe Intercity. I bought this up because if I bought a certain amount of coaches, I got one free at one of their outlet stores in Swindon. So I bought this one as a sort of free one. So I've got two Virgin Mark IIIs to finish off my rake. There's no point showing you those because they're packed away at the moment, but and you've seen the rest of the rake, so they've been added to the rake. And then I bought one Arriva Trains Wales buffet coach to go with my Arriva 67, and then this as well as the free one to add to my Mark II rake. Some of you will have seen my Mark II series. I should be doing another video soon on that because there has been some progress in that. Yeah, that leads me onto my next one, which I also got from Folkestone as a sort of bargain pack. I got two together. So first one up is one I've been looking for some time without paying ridiculous prices. Is the Anglia liveried Mark II, which you see in a mixed rate these days on charters and football events or sports events where extra passenger stock is needed. Usually pulled by a 67 or 57, maybe even a 47 if it's a DRS loco pulling it. So I bought one of these to add to it, and that's along with the BR Mark 1. And I've also picked up this as well with the Arriva at Folkestone. Is another Virgin, this time a standard one. So yeah, they'll both be receiving the inside treatment like the others. I need to open up the Mark IIe. I haven't looked inside it yet. And see what it looks like inside. Although the windows are sort of tinted anyway, so they probably don't need anything doing to them inside. But I'll have a look and have a look a bit more into detail with that. I've also bought this. It's from Train Tech. It's coach lighting. It's about £20, and it's the warm light. And I thought I'll give it a try. I'm going to put it in one of my Mark IIs when I open them up again, and see what it looks like with all the people, etc. In, and see what it actually looks like once all the people in. It's finished inside, and it's got the coach lighting in. So hopefully I'll see what that looks like and see whether it'd be worth buying more for the whole rake or doing another method for the interior lighting. So next up, if you've been following my RM Web, you would have seen this. I've been talking about getting some newer stuff in, which is actually sort of from Faller, which is I think it's a German maker, manufacturer, and it does do very European looking stuff, and that has been commented here and there. And I mentioned about the bridge they make, a very modern bridge, and it does look very, very good. And I was going to modify it and do it that way, but some people said no, it would still look too European, and I said I'll have a think about it. Some people said no, it could look quite good, it could look similar to this sort of thing, and other things like that. So I went ahead and bought it, and I had some Amazon vouchers, and as it was about 40 quid. I will need two. So I'll show you that now. That's the box. And I'll just open the box up for you so you can see. So that's the finished look as it comes in the box, although I'll be modifying it quite a bit, and so that's the interior of the box there. It's quite a lot of stuff in it, as you can see. So that's going to take me time. I'm going to sit down 1 week and try and finish that, you know, maybe when I get in from work each day, and do a little bit more each day. I've got to plan out the platforms first, because that's something else I've done is actually readjust one of the lines through the platform. So I need to readjust the platforms and sort that out and get the exact dimensions, because I will need another pack to go over 2 sets of track. So I'll be addressing that once I've decided if that's the way to go with the footbridge over my line. And I've also bought from Fella I think it's from Fella, is these some railings. Get 2 of them in a pack for about £5, and I thought I'll be needing these a lot around the layout. Spray them up also in the aluminium colour. That'll make them look quite good and a bit more realistic. So that's another thing I've got from them. Last but not least is this network rail area. I finally painted that down, and I got some AWS boxes down in place, which I mentioned last time in the previous update. And got everything sort of down in a preliminary place. Nothing's stuck down as of yet, but it's all in a sort of area where I want it. I think I'm going to have to dirty up the actual surface, so I'm going to show you that in a bit more detail now. So I've actually done some of this part here, painted that, put that down there, and actually done some of the surface. Probably needs a bit of a darkening with a bit of weathering. Put some stuff outside there for temporarily, until it gets glued down and the floor's all weathered, the surface is all weathered. I need to add a few more boxes. I think that looks a little bit bare for now, so I'll add a few more boxes to that, and hopefully this area will start to come together nicely. There was also a few other things I wanted to add, but I wasn't sure on what to add around this area to make it a little bit more cluttered. I was thinking maybe some sandbags, or ballast bags, something like that maybe. Let me know. Any prototype pictures would be great, but let me know, see what you guys think. As you can see just here, where I mentioned earlier in the video, along this section here as well, I moved the track over a bit, and that's just to make the middle platform a little bit more bigger, and bring these 2 tracks a bit closer together. I thought they were a bit too far apart. Apart from that is about it. So as you can see, sorry, the actual ballast has not been redone properly. I've taken the catenary post out for the time being, but yeah, that is about it. Please follow on RM Web, subscribe to me on YouTube, and if you've got an account, I very much appreciate it if you do. Leave your comments below. I'd love to get you guys' thoughts back on this. More comments, the better. Please do comment. If you're not signed in, please sign in and comment. Please make the effort. I'd love to hear your feedback. That's it for now. I cannot tell you when the next update is. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, because I'll say it'll be next month, but who knows at this stage, as it's been a long time since the last update. So I'll get back to you on that. Hopefully it will be not as long as wait as last time. Hopefully I'll have a Mark II update video for my Mark II rake, as I mentioned earlier, and hopefully next time you'll see a bit more done to the road surface with the car park area and the sort of station approach area sort of in a more finished state, as that hasn't been touched just yet. Yeah, maybe some road markings down, etc, etc. I've got some buildings I need to paint up and do as well, so they're in the process. But there's so many things I've got on the go at once. The network rail area is the first thing I've actually sort of got to some sort of almost finished stage. So I've been trying to tackle several different things at once, and it makes everything else go a lot slower. So I want to try and focus my efforts on certain areas and try and get them into finished state, and then go from there. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope I haven't bored you guys to death, and I'll see you soon on another video. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.